Yo, yo, yo! Welcome to another episode of African Gang Mentality. Hope you all doing good. Thank you to 70. We are now on 70. Thank you to all 70 subscribers wherever we are. It's been a long journey to get to where we are. Road to 100, baby! Guys, today I want to talk about something stupid, right? This one is really stupid. I don't get it. But anyway, so America has a military base in Botswana, right? So I'm trying to think, dude, why does America have a base in Botswana? I mean, what's the relevance of it? I mean, I'm trying to think like, is it to keep South Africa in check? Is it to monitor the American assets? Is it to stir up trouble in the region? Because it's not there to stabilize the region, because when Zimbabwe was causing all this massive exodus into foreign countries and they were going through that terrible period, somewhere from 2008, I think, is it like 2000, from 2008, somewhere there, with the farm murders and, oh, I got the time period wrong, but I know there's this whole period where farm grabbing and farmland was, American base didn't react or do anything to that, so I'm not quite sure what that base was serving, or what that base is serving there, right? Check this out. Then there was the uprising, well, not the uprising, but there was that insurgency in Mozambique. Again, the American base did not react, did not do anything there. So my question is, what is the American base doing in Botswana? What's the purpose of that base? Is it to protect American interests? Now, when we say protect American interests, what is it exactly that they are protecting, right? I'm not quite sure if it's a strategic move from a military standpoint, or is it a strategic move from an economical standpoint? You see? So that's my first gripe, right? First gripe. Second gripe is this. So South Africa has taken Israel to the ICJ, right? Having said that, and they've also moved to close the Israeli embassy, right? Which hasn't like permanently shut down. I mean, they've just closed their doors so they can't have visitors and stuff like that, but they still have some sort of presence in South Africa, although it's not on an official level. It's let's just call it subdued, so to speak, right? But it's not permanently. They didn't shut it down totally and recall and chase them out, from what I'm understanding. My question is this: so since you know that America is also complicit in this war in Gaza, right? Why don't they move forward to shut down the American embassy as well? Because that would be a fair thing, because what they're always saying is, if you're not with us, then you're against us, right? So if you know that Israel is your enemy, that means America is also your enemy, right? So if you're going to move to close the Israeli embassy, then you should do the same with the American embassy, because they are complicit in doing the exact same thing in Gaza. I think that would be a fair trade-off, right? So what is South Africa scared of? Because, to be honest, I cannot see America abandoning South Africa, because they need South Africa just as much as South Africa kind of needs them. America needs South Africa more, because without a shadow of a doubt, South Africa is the most developed economy on the African continent, and there's a lot of opportunities for Americans here. That's why American companies are investing in South Africa more than in any other country on the continent. So you see, America is not South Africa's biggest trading partner, right? Which is China, right? So which means South Africa needs China more than they need America. Get it? So why is South Africa afraid to close the American embassy? Are they afraid that it might invoke that military base that I'm talking about that's in Botswana? Because now we go back to this thing of, okay, if they close the embassy in South Africa, that military base might show its true colors as to why it's in Botswana, because nobody can answer that question, why there's an American military base in Botswana. Even the Botswana people don't even know why the military base is there. But the rumor rumors are that military base is there to keep South Africa in check, because South Africa is Africa's strongest economy and therefore translates into into Africa's strongest military. You see? So I'm trying to think if there's any sense to be made out of this thing, right? That if you're going to go to war with Israel and its counterparts, that would include America, you know? So for me, it doesn't make sense that South Africa is acting solely only against Israel and not against America as well. I feel like South Africa should take steps to take on the big mighty America, knowing that South Africa belongs to BRICS, knowing that China and Russia will come to its aid, if not militarily, then obviously economically. You understand what I'm saying? Because for me, I just feel like this is an America fights a lot of proxy wars, right? We all know that America doesn't go directly themselves to confront any other nations. They always have to tag along with other people. So we know that, right? So if America has to attack South Africa, they're not going to do it alone. We know that. They're going to come with their NATO counterparts. So it's the exact same thing. So if you're going to close the American embassy, if you're going to close the Israeli embassy, then as well attach the British and the American embassy, because they're complicit in this war. You know what I mean? So why only act against the one when there's 2-3 people that are actually being complicit in this genocide? So act against the trio, or the 4 of them, or whoever, how many ever they are. I think South Africa should stand up to NATO. Yes, we do not have the military might that NATO has, but if South Africa has to really concentrate, and if South Africa really puts their mind to it, right? We have the manpower, because we're like 60 million strong, right? We can get arms from China, like the ANC was getting. I mean, if the ANC was just an armed movement and they were getting help from Russia and China, surely a government now with all the equipment and the power and the influence that South Africa has in the region, and they can trade, we can give concessions, right? So we can trade what? Arms for contracts in mines and military and economical, like what we normally do in business. We can get the arms we want from China. We can get the military missiles we want from Russia, the jets, anything you want in exchange for mining contracts and whatever it is. That shouldn't be an issue at all. America makes it a point that every year they update and upgrade their military power, right? That's what they really focus on, because the West depend on blowing up and bombing people into submission, right? So if we as a country, or if we as a continent, but let's start with South Africa because we're the strongest, right? Let us build our military presence. Let us build our military strength. Let us build our military prowess. Let us stockpile on our military weapons. Let us become a threat, not just an economic threat, but let's just become a military threat, like what Libya was trying to become, right? Now that South Africa is part of BRICS, with the help of China and Russia and India, right? Because India is now a superpower as well. Don't forget that. Because now a nuclear power. So India is now a superpower. With the help of these 3 countries on our side, we can build up. But then India is also in cahoots with America at some level, at some, I don't get it. But anyway, let's just focus on South Africa, right? So if South Africa builds up its nuclear arsenal or military arsenal, right? With the help of China and Russia, we can stand up to America. I promise you, we can stand up to America. I know that for a fact. Because Africans, unlike the Palestinians, I don't know why the Arabs are standing down, and not helping the Palestinians. Because those are their Arab brothers and sisters. Maybe they're also scared of being bombed into submission, But during the struggle for South Africa's freedom, during the struggle for Mozambique's freedom, independence, and Angola's independence, and even the fighting in the Congo, African countries are sending troops. I mean, they're helping out each other. That's what they are doing. But that's not what's happening in the Gaza Strip, right? That's what I'm saying. So South Africa needs to upgrade its military prowess with the help from Russia and China, and then stand up to NATO. If we can do that, I promise you, that military base in Botswana will eventually close. It will have to go. Because I feel like that military base is there just to keep South Africa in check. and nothing more, nothing less. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Holla!